إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمد عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. The Grand Caddy of Kwara State, of the Kwara State Sharia Court Appeal, the founder of Latif Society of Nigeria, the Onigama of Goma, whose name I will use to acknowledge and appreciate all our obas in attendance, the Mufti of Oyo State, the co-lecturer for today, and our Baba, the retired but not retired permanent secretary of Kwara State, distinguished brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, you'll be wondering why the address by the anchor of the program is almost much more than the lecture itself. It's because of the relationship. I really appreciate that. The only person that can read my citation without looking at anything. And he will mention from the day, almost the day I was born till what I'm doing presently, without looking at any book. I really acknowledge that, the loyalty, the friendship, and the companionship. Jazakumullah khair. Politics and administration for modeling of Muslim Ummah, the need for Sufi participation. Let me begin by appreciating the organizers of this conference for deeming me worthy of tackling this very important topic. I'm greatly honored. And I also want to appreciate the opportunity given to me to tinker with the topic. I must take advantage of this opportunity at the very early stage because the polemics of whether politics and administration are factors that can influence the modeling of the Muslim Ummah in which participation of Sufi is considered may be misleading to an undiscerning mind. Torí ìdí ló wá jẹ́ kí n ṣe a little amendment to the topic by looking at politics, administration, and remodeling of the Muslim Ummah, the need for Sufi participation. The only difference in what I was given and this amendment is just removing the Article 4 in the remodeling of Muslim Ummah and bringing remodeling as a variable along the line with the politics and administration. By this, we shall be looking at how a Sufi can play a role in politics, administration, and the remodeling of the Muslim Ummah without losing track of his or her spiritual journey. The first mention of the word politics, especially in our own environment here, will make one who seeks to worship Allah and attain an elevation in the ranking of the righteous to quiver. Òṣèlú, Sufi òṣèlú, ó ṣe wá jọra wọn. Ibi tí làákàyè wọ̀pọ̀ lọ nìyẹn. Pé a fẹ́ di ọ̀rẹ́ Ọlọ́run, a fẹ́ ṣòṣèlú torí pé lágbègbè wa mi ìtàn bá ti dáko òṣèlú, ibi nǹkan tó dọ̀tí lọ́kàn ó kọ́kọ́ lọ. Ibi ká ṣàbòsí fúnra ẹni lọ́kàn ó kọ́kọ́ lọ. Ibi kí ẹni tí ò ní kọ́bọ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n yàn án sórí oyè lánàá kó di bílíọ̀nù ní wọ́n bá ti yàn án sórí oyè. Ibi tí ìrònú ọkọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ lọ nù. Ṣé ìrìn àjò báyìí ṣé ìmọ̀ ajẹ́ kéèyàn rí àti súnmọ́ lọ́wọ́ yóò wá jẹ́ ká rò pé Sufi àtòsí ìrìn wọn jọra wọn. This is based on the experience of what politicians have become in terms of corruption and malfeasance in a position that was ordinarily meant to serve Allah through the service of humanity. Nígbà tó jẹ́ pé tá a bá wo history Islam àti rí àwọn aṣáájú tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n àtẹ́ẹ̀lì ìsúnmọ́lọ́hun látara pé wọ́n ṣe aṣáájú lórí ìlú tí ó sì dá ètò ìrìn àjò wọn pé wọ́n súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run tí ó dàrú. Thus, taking part in politics or management of men and affairs to be seen as things to avoid like a plague. They are seen by especially a Sufi whose preoccupation is enjoyment of the congenial relationship with his creator as a distraction of shaitan, and may find justification in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which was reported as follows: يقول الله عز وجل إني خلقت عبادي أنفاء فجاءتهم شياطين فجعلتهم عن دينهم. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was reported to have said, verily I created my servants unafa. I created àwọn ẹrú mi Ọlọ́run, mo dá wọn lẹ́yìn tí ó máa fọ ẹ̀sìn máa fi mi Ọlọ́run ọba tí wọ́n ní pa nǹkan kan pọ̀ tí wọ́n di ààyè mi Ọlọ́run ọba látara ìjọsìn. Ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a dá wọn tán, àṣàìtàn ó bá wọn dòwò pọ̀, ó wá distract wọn, ó ṣì wọ́n lọ́nà kó níbi ìbá Ọlọ́run dọ́rẹ́ pọ̀ yìí látara àwọn mèremère ayé. Ìjọ wá sọ́kàn Sufi ní agbègbè wa mi wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú pé kí ẹ̀ ti jẹ́ Sufi. The next question that will emanate from the above assumption is, how is the mandate of global leadership of the Muslim Ummah assigned to it by the Creator fulfilled? More pertinently, how will the current position of backwardness, powerlessness, poorest, and the most degraded that the Muslim Ummah find itself be reversed? Nínú tí mẹ́wájú wa yìí, question tí ó wà sọ́kàn èèyàn ni pé tí a bá nírú ìròrí báyìí, báwo ni ipò tó rẹ̀yìn tó jùlọ, ipò tó tòsí tó jùlọ tí àwọn mùsùlùmí tá a bára wa lénìí, báwo ni a ṣe rí ìyípadà fún ipò tá a bára wa yìí ká pé ìrònú tí ń bẹ nínú àwa Sufi nì, nígbà tó sì jẹ́ pé àwa tá a jẹ́ Sufi, inú àwa tí Ọlọ́run dá ní mùsùlùmí náà láti rí àwa tá a jẹ́ Sufi tí Ọlọ́run ní káwọ́ go through àwọn training tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn mùsùlùmí mi tí wò go through, tó jẹ́ pé téèyàn bá ní àwọn training kò ní yàtọ̀ sí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń ṣèlú fún èsè mùsùlùmí. Lẹ́yìn mo rí vocabulary kan láìpẹ́ yìí, màbí ọkọ̀ rẹ̀ mo fẹ́ try search it out, wọ́n pè ní kìtókírésì. Kìtókírésì ni kí àwọn tí wọ́n máa bára wọn nù ìjọba, àwọn tí wọ́n qualify. Ẹ̀rì democracy ta bára wọn nù ẹ̀ lẹ́nìí tó yẹ kó ń lọ gba lẹ̀jù láyé, ìtọ́súnmọ́ ni kí àwọn tí orí wọn dọ̀tí jù nínú àwùjọ wa, àwọn ni wọ́n máa ṣáṣáájú wa. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ẹ wò káàkiri gbogbo agbègbè wa. A dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run for the first time in the history of this country tá a ní ẹnìkan tó di president tó yẹ pé látọgbọ̀n ọdún ní tí ń rìnrìn pé mo fẹ́ di president Nàìjíríà níwẹ̀. Inú kéèyàn jáde nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n wọ́n á bẹ́ fi palliate wa pé òkè àti pa Abíọ́lá yín ọ̀dà wá sí president káwọn èèyàn yóò mọ̀ bàbí inú mọ́, kò béèrè kó n fẹ́ di president, kò sì palẹ̀ mọ́ fún un. Àbí kéèyàn kàn wò pé mo ti ṣe olórí orílẹ̀-èdè rí, ológun sì ní nígbà náà wọ́n fẹ́ padà wá gẹ́ bí olórí orílẹ̀-èdè, àníyàn mi sì dáa, kọ́ra yẹn ìjalè rí náà wá ní kéde, kọ́ra bí ò ní làákàyè tó fi gọ́bànù, bí ọba mọ̀ nǹkan kan mí lẹ́yìn pé ìjalè rí. Àìmọye àwọn tí wọ́n ń jalè tí wọ́n sì ń ṣèlú dáadáa. So a ní yàtọ̀ láàrin mùsùlùmí àti gbogbo àwọn yìí tó bá rí pé ipò mùsùlùmí nìkan lèyàn sì wà. A padà kan lẹ́kítọ̀ yìí tí bá ti débi àwọn tó sọ yìí máa fò pé ìjẹ́ mùsùlùmí basic qualification ni láti rọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wọ̀. Ní University of Ilorin lẹ́nu wọ́n sọ fún mi pé tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ wọ law ó gbọ́dọ̀ mú mínímọ́ọ̀mù 260 lápèjúwe ní jambo. Tí a bá gba 260 ní University of Ilorin kìí ṣe dandan kó rí University of Ilorin wọ̀. Báyìí lómi ò pè pé ẹ̀dàpọ̀ admission mọ̀ mi ẹ̀ bá mi ṣe ó sì gbà dáadáa ó gba 260 mọ́ ní àwọn wọ́n fi ọgbà dáadáa kún fún mi. Fi máa lórí pé dàpọ̀ kí n ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ wá admission. Bẹ̀tọ́ bá gba 260 tọ́lọ́ gbà dáadáa, ìfi àwọn tó gba 300 plus tọ́jọ́ fẹ́ wọ lọ́ọ̀kan náà ìfi hàn ọ́. Ọ wàá sọ fún bọ́yọ̀ ọmọ rẹ̀ gbà dáadáa ó qualify láti wọlé ṣáájú ẹni tó gba 360. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìjẹ́ mùsùlùmí pẹ̀lú ìdọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wa. Àwọn tí wọ́n sì ń tú ṣẹ̀ríà fún wa wọn ò dàrú. Wọ́n sọ fún wa pé òpó Islam àbí òpó Islam márùn-ún ákìrùn agbáwọ̀ ìmánì òun dúró ó dá dúró tiẹ̀ tí nǹkan kan ọ̀dà pọ̀ mọ́. Lẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́ náà láwa sọ̀rọ̀ ákìrùn agbáwẹ̀ ayọ̀ zàká alọ̀ ájì. Ẹ̀wọ̀n léyìí kápẹ́ òpó márààrún yìí la fi mú léyìí dúró káwá yọ gbogbo wọ́ọ̀lù kó mẹ́ ká yọ rúùfù ṣé yóò dúró. It's a basic. Ọlọ́run sì jọ́ dà ó súnmọ́ téèyàn bá dúró pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ṣe bá náà ṣe gbà wá tí ó wà àlìjánnà tí ìmọ̀ náà dàrú máa lọ́wọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n àlìjánnà kọ́ ni gáyà níwájú Ọlọ́run bá fún ààrẹ ó sì já mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Now nínú ìgbékalẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo wo àwọn variables tó wà nínú tọ́pìkì àwọn ìgbékalẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ó tó bíi 4 sí 5 nínú ẹ̀ ní politics, administration, Sufism and asiwo connectivity tí ń bẹ ní àárín wọn. In politics, according to Cambridge Dictionary, politics is the activities of the government or members of lawmaking organization or people who try to influence the way a country is governed. Àwọn sẹ́tà àwọn kan máa ṣe láti nípa látara báwo ni a ṣe ṣèlú lórílẹ̀-èdè kan ní tán pé politics ni. Talking about governmental activities, it means any of the services provided by the people who hold position of authority in a country, city or town to its citizens for the purpose of developing and maintaining public infrastructure, including but not limited to such services as constructing, repairing and maintaining roads, airports, providing street light and sewage facilities, supplying and treating water and constructing public buildings. Formulation and implementation of governmental policies and making laws for good governance and public well-being are also some of the things done through politics. In táwọn olóṣèlú máa ń ṣe náà ní ìtàkàkàlẹ̀ wọ́n máa making policies lórí báwo láti máyé rọrùn aráàlú. Wọ́n máa wá lo resources gbogbo tó jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo aráàlú tó wà ní kọ́kọ́bí àti agbára pé a sọ̀rẹ́ńdà gbogbo agbára tí gbogbo àwọn àlú ní lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́nà tó parí. A kó sí i lọ́dọ̀ ẹ máa darí ẹ̀kọ́ wa ẹ máa bá a ṣe tí yóò tó rọrùn. In táwọn olóṣèlú ń ta nípa ọ̀ṣẹ́. Taking away the mindset informed by the experience of what government is all about in this environment, one may not be able to fathom how their whole description will not be used as a part of the journey towards Almighty. Now, everyone has something. Alegbira kí a ṣàkóso ọ̀rọ̀ aráàlú láti máyé dẹrùn fáráàlú. Ṣé ọ̀tàkó kéèyàn súnmọ́ lọ́wọ́? Ọ̀tàkó. Nítorí ní pé ó súnmọ́ kódà kéèyàn tún súnmọ́ lọ́wọ́ sí látara pé èèyàn ṣe àwọn nǹkan ìtòsẹ̀lú ìbọ̀lọ̀ sí nìkan. So, jíjí jẹ́ pé there is a connection between ìsúnmọ́ lọ́wọ́ àti ìwà ní ìṣàkóso bá ṣe ṣèlú pẹ̀lú bọ́lọ̀ bá ṣe nìkan. Tí bí jẹ́ pé a lè di ààyò Ọlọ́run pàápàá jùlọ tá a ti kó nílẹ̀wù ìjẹ́ mùsùlùmí nìkan tí a ti gba àwọn trainings kan tí ó mọ rọrùn fún yàn láti lè ṣe gbogbo àwọn fundamentals tá a lè lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó máa ń jẹ́ àṣà tàṣìkò ètò ìlọ administration. Nínú àwọn variables tá a consider náà tó ní administration. By administration, arrangement and tax needed to control the operation of a plan or organization is made. It could also mean the people in an organization who manage the business and operation and a period of government of the people who are in government. Ẹ̀rí nígbà tí àwọn bàbá Buhari ọlọ́dún òní wọ́n ní administration Buhari ti kọjá wọ́n máa ń lo administration bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó relate mọ́ tá a sọ lọ́wọ́ yìí ni àwọn iṣẹ́ táwọn èèyàn máa ń ṣe tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú bóyá ìgbékalẹ̀ ìjọba ó lè jẹ́ pé ní òṣèlú àbí tí kèsè ti òṣèlú. Now láàrin méjèèjì mo draw a comparison látara pé ó súnmọ́ kárí inú òṣèlú kó papọ̀ mọ́ administration, méjèèjì lè kó papọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n lọ́pọ̀ ọgbà administration lè má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú òṣèlú, tí jẹ́ pé inú àwọn èyí láti rí àwọn technocrats tó yẹ pé àwọn ni wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ látara bá a ṣe ń ṣòlú láì dá sí ètò òṣèlú. So láàrin àwọn mùsùlùmí a máa rí àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣòṣèlú látara pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣètò bí ọrọ̀ ìlú bá ṣe lò láti fi túnú ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n àtúrí náà àwọn tó yẹ pé àwọn establishment ìjọba làwọn wà fún, irú àwọn bàbá wa palmsec tí ẹ bá ṣe pé ìgbà tí ayé dàrú èèyàn ní ìdí àti ní nǹkan kan ṣe ní government house, tí ẹ bá yẹ pé kọ́kàn lọ sọ mí ti rìpọ́ọ̀tù kọ́ padà, kò ní ìdí àti báwọn lọ campaign kó tó di palmsec. Training kan lòun tiẹ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kọ́ àti báwo la ṣe ṣètò ìgbékalẹ̀ ibi tá a bá ti bára wa, yálà ní ibi ìjọba ni àbí ní private sector. Sufism. The word Sufism is an English rendition of an Arabic word tasawwuf, which is derived from the verb sawwafa, that made a man Sufi. Tasawwuf means to be created with the morals of Sufism. Takhalluq bi akhlaqi as-Sufiyya. Now, Sufism idiomatically is a spiritual journey that relies on desalination, solitude, divine manifestation, or a mystical encounter that culminates in communion and divine revelation. A traveler in this journey, in order to achieve his goal, which is to reach the divine presence, is traveling to the divine presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To be able to travel in this journey, he strips himself or herself of the dirt of this world. Anything dirty cannot go in this journey. Repents to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, purifies himself from all the impurities of the body, turns away from the pleasures of this world, and leaves aside the lust of life and its false and delusional pleasures. According to Ibn Khaldun in his Muqaddimah, devotion to worship and detachment to God Almighty, turning away from the adornment of the world and its adornment, asceticism in what the masses accept as pleasure, money and prestige, and being alone with people in seclusion for worship. One is tempted to ask by all these definitions, while interrogating our topic of discussion, is there anything in the above description of Tasawwuf and Sufi that negates an adherent participation in politics and administration? I will allow you to provide an answer to this question. Bá a ṣe describe Tasawwuf, sáré nǹkankan tó tako description that I give earlier of politics and administration. At the end of this lecture, together we are going to answer this question. I also talk a little about remodeling because by the time you are going to see it in the paper later. But let me mention in summary that to talk about remodeling is either you want that thing to be more beautified than it is, or you are remodeling it because of a fault that is found in its present structure. There may not be fault when you are remodeling. It's not because that structure was not the best in town, but because he has the luxury of going for the best than the better. Okay, so that's one aspect. The other aspect is the only fault. All our twins. Present position, the Muslim Ummah. Is this as a result of because at you are in peak of the position but we want it to be better, or because at a dotty, at a wanipo consider láwùjọ àwọn èèyàn? that you are very modeling, particularly when we are considering the issue of politics and administration. The current state of the Muslim Ummah. The message of Islam came to purify the menace of the period of Jahiliyyah. Arabs became united. Immorality, decadence, impurity, injustices, wickedness, communal strife were all eradicated and replaced with justice, equity, knowledge, and wisdom. In 3 years of the Prophet Muhammad's lifetime, Islam emerged into the global limelight and led to the prominence of the Muslims. The contemporary Arabs succeeded in spreading Islam through their merchandise activities. The world was united and purified within a short period of time. Before 50 years of the Islamic kingdom, the Muslims earned an outstanding respect of the Persians, Romans, Africans, and Europeans. Islam was spread into all nook and cranny of the world in less than 70 years. Within the first 100 years of Islamic global leadership, the Islamic State became famous for knowledge and intellectualism in all fields of human endeavor, including science, discoveries, politics. Again, politics. Even in politics, within the 100 years, Islam became global leader in politics. Philosophy, astronomy, physics, mathematics, embryology, geography, law, geometry, and all forms of knowledge. Various amazing discoveries were made and advances in knowledge continue for the next 400 years of the Islamic world and the world at large. Unfortunately, these values, respect, dignity, and glory of Islam declined steadily for over 1,000 years, throwing the Muslim Ummah in the state of confusion. The current state of the Ummah is comparable to that of Jahiliyyah period. According to Said Sabiq, the current state of Muslim Ummah is worse than the pre-Islamic Jahiliyyah in Arab. Moral decadence, economic stagnation, political confusion, social degradation,